This is Edith. She absolutely hates summer and spends it dreaming of fall and Halloween. Until one day, TikTok gave her an idea.
Wait, summer what?
Summerween! The people of this town love Halloween so much they celebrate it twice a year. And wouldn't you know it, it's today.
Summerween? Something about this feels unnatural.
So she gathered up her spooky books, got her background ready to celebrate Summerween.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Edith and I like to read books and yap about them to you guys. And if you guys saw the intro, which first time ever trying something like new with the intro, you'll kind of know what today's video is. It's basically just like an ultimate Summerween video. So I have a little bit of a list of books I want to read in this video. I have like 3 very short ones, 2 Goosebumps and 1 novella, and then I have 1 actual like book still on my Kindle, but an actual like fully length book I want to read. And I'm not going to get too much into the TBR because you guys know me, mood reader to my core. So we're just going to keep reading Summerween books until I no longer feel like it. But other than that, we're also going to be doing a lot of other stuff. I want to watch the It Welcome to Derry series because I have yet to watch that one, and I love the It movies, both the old ones or the older one and the ones from recent. And I'm a little bit upset that I haven't watched the show yet, and I was talking to somebody the other day about it and they were like, you have to watch it because you're gonna love it. So we're gonna be watching that. I kind of funny thought we might carve a watermelon. I got a small watermelon that I'm gonna use in a summer salad. So we're gonna do a bunch of like spooky Halloween-y things, but mixing them in with summer things to try and make me enjoy the summertime a little bit more. We're gonna go back a little bit in time to this morning when I woke up and decided to start Mischief Night by James Cain, which is a very short book, but it is still like a full-fledged book. I think I have like 2 hours left in it though, and I only read it on the bus to school this morning. But it is a bunch of like a group of prisoners escape from this insane asylum, and then they end up hunting down this woman who just moved out to her older brother's farm in the middle of nowhere with her son to escape her abusive husband, and they end up finding them and like trying some different stuff. Honestly, I don't know yet. So far we've had 1 chapter where we met the ones from the asylum, and then we've had 1 chapter with the female main character's backstory, and I'm very intrigued. It's gonna be a good fun slasher time. Without further ado, let's just get right on into it. Alright guys, I finally finished filming for my last video, which should be up by now, and if you haven't seen it, it was me prepping for summer, except for the fact that because I don't love summer, I feel like when I was thinking about it, I was like, I have no idea how to actually do this. And so it is my like summer TBR journal spreads. I redid my bookshelves. Go watch the video for like a full updated bookshelf tour, all of that sort of stuff. And if you're interested in the full TBR, because we will be reading at least 1, maybe 2 books for my summer TBR in this video, but that's not really the important part. That was just to say I just finished that, so if I look like crap, it's because I just deep cleaned. As you can tell, I'm not done yet because I haven't made my bed, but there's this fun little thing I want to do tonight. Multiple things actually. First of all, I want to make this bed. And then I want to take a shower. Because I feel disgusting. I wasn't going to take a shower because I hate nighttime showers. And me and my mom are going to work out tomorrow. So I am probably going to want to take a shower again tomorrow. Before school. And stuff like that. But I feel really disgusting right now. And if I'm going to change my bedding, I want to be clean when I lay in it. With that said, we won't actually be sleeping on my bed tonight. But first, after the shower, I want to not make dinner because my mom kind of already made something, so I just need to put it on a plate and eat it. I want to eat dinner while we watch the first, maybe the second episode of It Welcome to Derry, which I'm so excited about. First I was like, let's watch a horror movie because my mom isn't here, so now would be the perfect time. But it's also getting a little bit late. Which also means the shower I'm about to take is going to be like a quick one. Like a wash my hair, wash my body, get out, dry off, put on comfortable clothes sort of shower. So that way we can get to the dinner and all that part pretty quickly. And then once we are done with dinner, I'm going to be taking my pillow and blanket outside to sleep on the balcony tonight. And for that sleepover, we will of course be bringing a book. We will be finishing Mischief Night. I have an hour left. I have 58 minutes left of this. And I'm kind of intrigued because that is only a little bit over halfway. This is why I love horror books because I feel like they always go by so quickly. This one is obviously also short. But like even the ones that have been like full-fledged book length has gone by so quickly for me. Yeah, it's 56% through it. So like we still have half a book left and I feel like a lot has already happened. I am very, very intrigued to say the least. I'm not like gonna be like I'm obsessed and it's my new favorite horror book, all of that, because obviously that would kind of be a lie. But it has been a fun, quick, easy time, honestly, and that's all I've been looking for. I don't have that many thoughts. So let's honestly just get on with our little cozy night, sleepover, horror, Summerween thing right now. This is probably gonna be the last like talking update of tonight. Shower was amazing. I would wish my hair would dry just a little bit quicker because I don't want to go to bed with it wet, but I also really don't want to dry it. But I finished the first episode of It Welcome to Derry. That ending, I'm a little bit shocked. I'm a little bit like, this just leaves so much up to like question about what the rest of the show is gonna be, because I thought it was gonna be something more like the It movies, not the oldest one, because I don't actually remember like the similarities that much. But like It chapter 1 and 2, I thought it was gonna be kind of like that, with like a little friend group of nerds, all like outsiders, all of that sort of stuff. But now I don't know. There was also like some interesting stuff. I'm very intrigued. That was very interesting to see. The episodes are so long though. Like they're an hour each. But I don't think there's that many episodes in it though, so we'll continue watching and probably try to finish it while we're still filming this video. My mom's on the way home, so as soon as she gets home, we're probably gonna take the laundry that's outside in, and then I'm gonna get comfy outside and we're going to finish my book. Yeah, I did put on my It t-shirt, which is smaller than I normally like my shirts, but I thought watching that show, we kind of had to put it on for tonight. And then shorts to be comfortable in, and I ate dinner and all that sort of stuff, so had a nice and cozy night, and like I just said, planning on spending the rest of the night finishing my current read. I am planning on our next read to also be like a full-fledged book, because I'm hoping to have like a full day to binge read the shorter books, like possibly read 3 short books in a day at some point. Tomorrow is my like last day of school sort of thing. We're getting our exam assignment tomorrow, and then the rest of the time is just time to actually like write the assignment, get it ready, all of that sort of stuff. So tomorrow is kind of our last day of school, other than like the oral exams, and that it's only like 1 oral exam, so it's really not that bad at all. And that feels really weird. It feels a little bit weird, but I'm honestly just gonna get on with my night now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, because you never know when I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys again. Hopefully we'll talk, and I will have at the very least finished 1 more book, maybe even started another one, maybe we watched another episode of this show. Who knows? I'm very excited. I'm so happy. Good morning. Ignore my hair. We are getting ready for the day, and we need to do a little recap of last night plus a review of the book, because I forgot about it and all of a sudden I realized I have to be out the door in an hour for my last day of this semester. As I was saying, last night we ended it off when I was watching the It Welcome to Derry series, the first episode of that. But then I got ready for bed and laid outside and finished the book, which I have landed on giving a 3-star rating. It was quick, it was easy, a fun little time. A bit predictable, but again, sort of exactly what I personally look for in my, like, slasher books. Like, it was exactly what I was expecting it to be. So that's a good thing, and I really, really enjoyed it. He did also let us know that it actually started out as a Halloween fanfic, which you could totally tell. It was like a what he would suspect some of the other inmates that got out with Michael Myers to be doing. And then those are the people we're following, so you could kind of tell. But he did add his own like aspect to it, which I think was very interesting, personally. So I have absolutely nothing like to say bad about the book. It's just a 3-star, quick, fun, easy time. And then I laid down and I was going to go to sleep, and I think I slept like 30 minutes, and then I woke up again, and then I slept for a couple of hours and woke up again because my hips make me sound like an old person here, but my hips hurt. And I am someone who lays on my side to sleep, and I have had this problem before when sleeping like in a tent on like a small inflatable mattress and stuff like that. So I just think it was that, but at like midnight, I was officially like, okay, I'm not gonna do this because like I did need to get up this morning to go to school and all that stuff. So like I can't lay out here all night, but weather-wise, it was so comfortable. So I ended up going inside there around midnight and went to sleep in my own bed. So that's sort of the update we needed to do for now. The only other thing I will tell you guys today, like I said, last day of this semester. So I'm just gonna go get my exam. We're gonna get like told what the exam is gonna be, the different stuff we have to do for it, all of that sort of stuff. And then the little student cafe we have is gonna host a little flea market. So I'm probably gonna stop by there, get an iced coffee with one or multiple of my classmates and look around, see what they have a little bit of a cozy Friday afternoon. And then at some point today, probably on the bus on the way to school, I will be starting our next book, which we are officially getting into my actual like summer TBR. We're going to be reading Clown in a Cornfield. Spooky people out there, I took a shower earlier, changed into another spooky shirt. This is King Diamond, and he's like a heavy metal artist or something. My mom was at a concert or something where he was at and was selling these shirts and asked me if I wanted one, and it literally says Halloween on the bottom. And the moon is full, another perfect day has begun. And then King Diamond is on it. I personally love this shirt. It's the perfect like amount of big. It's just perfect, and it was especially perfect for today. And I didn't update you guys at all throughout this, but I did in fact finish Clown in a Cornfield. And I personally loved this book. This was not what I was expecting. Let's start there. And it took me like a minute to be like, oh, okay, and then I got on board with it, and then I just kept enjoying it. Like, this was close to being a perfect Summerween read. Would 100% recommend it. I kind of already downloaded the second one. We won't start it right now, maybe not at all in this video, who knows. I just put it on my wish list. I need a physical copy of this on my shelf, and I have decided that for right now, I will not be buying books just for trophies, but I don't mind putting them on my wish list and have other people buying them for me. And I just want to save my own money for books I actually haven't read before. But yeah, I love this. I know it's like supposed to be YA, but I think it still had some very gnarly moments. And it still had its very like spooky, I'm on the edge of my seat moments, which again, what I want. I want to be a little bit scared. In fact, I think I need to read a book soon that will actually make me like scared and not just fun, giggly, kind of scared, you know? The last book I read with that was 100% We Used to Live Here. Actually terrifying. But this book is a solid 4.5. Like I said, when I realized this wasn't what I was expecting, it did take me a second to be like, wait, what? And then I got on board with it and had a fun time with the rest of the book. Yeah. I actually don't even know what else to say, except for the fact that I really enjoyed this book, and I think if you in any way, shape, or form if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in stuff like this. So if you haven't read this yet, I highly recommend it for Summerween, even though I think it might have taken place in October. I think they mentioned that one place, but then they also kept talking about how hot it was. So I would still call it a perfect Summerween read, but it is the second book in a row, if it is in October, we've read that takes place in October, because the last book also took place on Halloween night. But because we have finished the book, I thought what better way to celebrate it than with a little spooky movie night. So as you guys just saw, I went down into my shopping food mall thing. That was a very interesting way to say that. I don't know what I was trying to say, actually. I went down to the supermarket and I bought stuff for some snacks. For dinner, which we will be making as soon as this clip is over, I'm just having spaghetti with cheese and a little bit of bacon. Simple, easy. The grocery store was full, so I didn't want to run around looking, so we're just using what I have at home for dinner. And then after we've eaten dinner and watched the first movie we will be watching, which is in fact the Clown in a Cornfield movie, I am about to go into Prime Video and see if I want to rent or buy it. And then we're going to watch that while we eat dinner and stuff like that. And then if we do finish that and I still have the energy for it, I would love to watch another Summerween movie. And then I bought a little bit of snacks. I bought some brownie mix to make brownies, some red food color to try and do something with these brownies to make them look Halloweeny. I also have some black and orange sprinkles we can add on top, worst case scenario. And then I bought a bar of chocolate and I bought some raspberry lemonade because it was red and I was like, it kind of fits into the theme of it all. Let's officially get on with our cozy Summerween movie night. Okay, so as I was saying about the book, he really knows. I'm gonna turn this on even though it's gonna be really annoying. Yeah, anyway, he was really good in the book at like setting the scene, and I think the movie followed that pretty well, but it is easier in the movie, so I want to give him a lot of credit for that, because I was thinking that while reading, and then I didn't mention it in my review, so just wanted to throw that in there. Movie, great. I mean, shitty, but great. If you know horror and slashers, you know what I mean when I say shitty but great. I mean, I love Katie Douglas, which, if you guys didn't know, she plays the female main character in that movie, and I actually remember that was like the only reason why I heard about it in the first place, was because actually I had heard about the book, but I didn't know it was becoming a movie until it came out that she was going to be in it. And I think she did a really good job, and I think the movie did a really good job of like not taking itself too seriously. Like, it knew it was going to be a little bit shitty and decided to just have fun with it, and I like that in my horror movies. And so there's some stuff that they changed, obviously, from the book, which I'm a little bit upset about. Not that it ruined it, and again, if I look at the movie by itself, it is a great, fun slasher movie, but like, if you do compare it to the book, I would 100% say that the book was better. I did really like it. I really did, and I started the Little Pumpkin Man. We have an arm, which I will be continuing with him. I made the drink, which I did the rim with honey with food coloring in it and then a little bit of sugar, and I will say the honey kept running down the glass, and I think I might have permanently stained one of these, but I'm also like, don't have something like that if you can't handle it being perfectly stained, you know? So as for the rest of the night, I'm going to let the brownies cook for 30 minutes while I think we're just gonna continue the It series, because I'm still like iffy on which movie I would want to watch. And so with It, we can start by watching the second episode and then see after that how tired I am. And we'll see how far I get with this guy. I just finished episode 2 of It Will Come to Derry. Brownie, by the way, amazing. I'm sitting with this feeling of I should probably turn off the TV now and go empty the dishwasher and put all of my stuff in the dishwasher and do the dishes. It's just so late and my computer is dying, so I can't even take that with me. All I ended up crocheting while watching that episode was a leg. Or wait, no. An arm and a leg, but I already showed you guys one arm, so I just made another one and then a leg, and I think I'm done for today because I'm visually exhausted. Maybe we'll just put the dishes out there, and then tomorrow I'll like text my mom and be like, the kitchen looks like crap, but I promise you, first thing tomorrow, I'm emptying the dishwasher and filling it back up. But It Will Come to Derry. That is some disgusting, terrifying shit that's going on. And I'm a little bit confused because I feel like they're doing a lot with the plot that I was not prepared for. But I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. But I'll see you all in the morning for our little mini binging short books, readathon, whatever you want to call it. But good night for now. Alright guys, it is officially the next day and I'm here with kind of a big update to finish off this video. Yesterday I did exactly as I said and we read 3 quick short books in one day, and I don't think I've talked to you guys through any of them. So I started off the day by reading Night of the Living Dummy, which is an episode I remember having seen, but yet when I was reading this I was like, that's not, if I remember correctly, that's not at all how it happened in the episode, but I could be completely wrong because it has probably been a while since I've watched this specific episode. But I did give this a 3.5 star rating, which I will say for Goosebumps books, I'm normally in that realm. Like 3 stars is where I like go into it with, and then if it's better than my expectations, it obviously gets higher and higher in rating. So I actually really enjoyed this one, and I mean, it's a Goosebumps book. It did what it was supposed to do. It created a vibe and it was just really nice. And again, read this really quickly in one setting, and then once I was done with that, I kept watching some of the Welcome to Derry while we finished Our Little Pumpkin Man. I did have other crochet project ideas for this video, but I will just be doing them over the next couple of months, so I will obviously show them in my other videos. I'm also not sure if this is our last Summerween video, but we finished this little guy. I did accidentally put his eyes on the wrong side of his face. As I was saying, his pants in the back are like smooth with this line, whereas where I ended up putting the front, they're kind of like pushed. And it also did something with the arms, but I can't really explain it. But I'm happy with the way he looks, if I'm being honest. I might do this one thing she did with his eyes, so they're a little bit in and down sort of thing. But I think he's really cute and not that scary, but he wasn't supposed to be scary. But after I finished him, me and my mom watched Weapons while eating lunch, which, great movie. I get why it won Oscars. Yeah. And then I read the Goons and Grease Paint, which is like the short story prelude to the Cotton Candy Massacre. If you don't know, I love the Cotton Candy Massacre. It was 30 pages, and to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure if I really think it added anything to the story or it needed to be written. So I did give this a 2.5, but again, super quick read. We're talking 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops to read this. So, and then as soon as I had finished that one, I went straight into One Day at Horrorland, which I actually ended up giving a 3.75. Which is like a thing I apparently do with the ones where I haven't seen the episodes, because I'm actually like surprised and intrigued and like thrilled by it because I have no idea what's gonna happen next. And I also know this is a big fan favorite, so I will probably be watching the episode. Maybe there's 2. I'll be watching the episode today at some point probably if I have the time, just to see, because I did the same thing when I read Welcome to Dead House, which was also a 3.75, and I also loved watching the episodes right after. So this was just like, again, fun with a little bit of a twist. It really set the vibe. Also kind of perfect for Summerween because it's summer and they're at like an amusement park, aka Horrorland. So that was kind of quick. Oh yeah, and then last night I finished Welcome to Derry. The little twist at the end with one of the characters, I don't want to spoil anything, but had me a little bit gagged, even though I knew a little bit about what was going to be mentioned because I've seen like a YouTube thumbnail about it at some point. But I was still shocked. But I did really like the ending, the entire like final battle between them and Pennywise, and like actually getting some lore behind both Pennywise but also just like this entire entity. I can't remember what they call it, but it was exciting. It was thrilling. It was actually a really good show. I'm probably gonna watch a bunch of reactions just to fulfill my want to reread it. And I don't know which show I'm gonna watch next. I still need to finish the last season and a half of my rewatch of Buffy, so maybe I'll just do that. But I actually think that was all for today's video. If you guys want another Summerween video further into the summer, I would love to do one of those. I also am possibly planning on joining the Summerween Readathon that's happening in July, so I might vlog that for a video if you guys would like that. Otherwise, I'm very excited to get into the rest of the summer content, actually do some like summer content and genuinely just try to enjoy a little bit of summer without having to make it Halloween and fall related. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.